Hi everyone, Luke Youlden's my name. On this episode of Crimsafe Talking Tech, I'm going to talk you through the Fiat Australia Racing Abarth. So this is the Abarth Cup car. It's basically a Fiat 500 body shape shell. Actually very similar to other one-make championships which run around the world. It actually goes down a production line, gets plucked out of the production line as a shell and gets taken to Fiat's performance arm, which is Abarth, and the car runs as a one-make championship over in Italy. Okay, so looking from the outside, obviously the impressive looking paint job for a start, but in terms of how the car is upgraded in terms of its cup car spec, basically it's got a bit of a rear wing on the back and also a front splitter, which obviously increases downforce for us. The other obvious thing is it's a very small and short car, so the wheelbase is very short. It does have big wheels and tyres on it though, and it actually is probably slightly over gripped a little bit for this car, so it's actually very twitchy. So the short wheelbase actually makes it very nimble and quite pointy on some race tracks. So a track like say Phillip Island and Bathurst, for example, it's a little bit nervous, a little bit edgy, keeps us on our toes. Okay, moving to the heart of the matter, it's a 1.4 litre turbocharged four-cylinder engine. It actually got a huge amount of torque, believe it or not. It's got about 150 kilowatts, about 300 newton metres of torque, and it's very similar to a road-going Abarth. It's got a slightly up-spec turbocharger, and it runs on Alf fuel, so it actually gets a fair jump in horsepower from the Alf fuel. So it is a little bit, maybe 15-16 kilowatts better off than a standard road car. But like I said, lots of torque. We actually use quite tall gears everywhere, so when you typically think of a second gear corner, we're usually third, upper gear everywhere, so we use the torque of the engine. Okay, so the office, all right, as you can see, it's fully decked out in race car sort of spec. Obviously a very structural integrated roll cage. Obviously all the safety seats, harnesses, all that sort of stuff. Sequential 6-speed SADAV gearbox, which is actually really cool to use. It's a flat shift up and you don't need to use the clutch down either. So it's very similar to, say, a V8 supercar gearbox. Other things, we've got adjustable ABS in the car as well, so we can tune that up or down as we go. But as you can see, very race car orientated, very impressive, very well built as well. The other thing too, which you might see up on the dash here, is our Bosch anti-collision system, which probably the first time you're actually going to see it in Australia. It's very much, well, they use it a lot in Europe now. Basically, it's an anti-collision device, so when faster cars or slower cars come up on the back of us, we actually have a radar beam and a camera as well, and that actually helps us to determine which way the car is going. So we'll point, say, a faster car to our right, and we can tell a faster car is going to pass us on our right. So it's a very cool system, and probably the first time you've seen it in Australia. $940 kilos, 300 newton meters of torque, 150 kilowatts. Power to weight is awesome. Just like the logo, this little pocket rocket's got a big sting in its tail.
Buying security screens? Most Crimsafe lookalikes can pop out in just a few seconds, but the real Crimsafe doesn't, thanks to its patented screw clamp. Cheap lookalikes can pop out because they're only held in with a piece of plastic. But Crimsafe screw clamp locks the mesh and spreads the impact. Crimsafe resists attack and corrosion and now has the ultimate warranty, 15 years. Ask for a demonstration today, because if it's not Crimsafe, it's not Crimsafe.